Rose.
I'm Ayissha.
And I'm Ashley.
And today,
we're going to tell you guys how we met.
So, how we met. I think we should do it from, like, my perspective and then from your perspective. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. So, I'm going to start off with my perspective on how we met. So, and the reason why I'm starting off is because I'm sick, so I probably sound like an annoying ass bitch. So I'm going to get myself out the way so that y'all can listen to this beautiful creature talk. Anyways, so it was a cold winter. I'm just kidding. It wasn't cold. Okay, so I was working in retail, and I was the manager at this clothing store. You know, I thought I was that bitch, you know.
She was.
Whatever. So.
But so was I.
I was, like, on my independent status. Like, I don't need no man. Well, I don't date guys, but you know what I mean. Like, on my independent status. Anyways. So, I had, like, my social media sites. I had, like, my Tinder, my Plenty of Fish, my Her. If most of you guys don't know, like, what Her is, you have to be, like, a lesbian to know what that is, because it's only strictly lesbians, no guys on that site. So I am chilling, and I believe it was on my lunch break, and I was going, and I saw that I was about to delete my Her, mind you. Like, I was like, I'm about to delete this, like, there ain't no hope for you, girl. Like, I was just like, like, I'm over the dating scene. I'm over all of this. Like, I was about to be on Christian Mingle because I was tired of dating them demons. Like, I was just over it. So I was just like, whatever. I'm about to delete all this and just live with my 14 cats. So you decided to grace us with your presence. Okay.
I'm popular. What can I say?
Anyways, so I get a message on Her, and it's this girl. She's like, I get a message. I'm like, who is this girl? This white girl. She's like a surfer. I saw her picture. Her, like, display picture was like a surfer. I'm like, you know, you feel me? Like, two different worlds. You feel me? So she said, like, hey, or something like that. She's like, hey, what are you doing? And no, I was actually at home because she said, what are you doing? And I was like, doing my lashes. And she was like, how does one do her lashes? And I was just like, oh, you know, I do mine. I know she didn't give a shit about how I did my lashes. She was just trying to be smooth and slick or whatever. So I was like, whatever. So, then I get another random message from her, and she goes, are you spontaneous? And I'm like, at first I was like, what you mean am I spontaneous? Like, I didn't know she was going to say something nasty, like, sit on my face or something like that. So I was just like, yeah. And she was like, have dinner with me tomorrow night. And I was like, okay, like, whatever. So then fast forward to the next day, they were supposed to, I'm the type of person, like, I'll make 1,000,001 plans, but when it's time to, like, follow through, my ass is flaky. Like, I'm super flaky. So I was like, I don't want to go. This is a waste of my time. I'm over dating. I was just being a brat. Like, I was literally sitting on the counter closing the store talking to my coworker, like, I don't want to go. She was like, it might be, you know, surprisingly. She was like, what's the worst that could happen? She was like, you had a good time. Like, you had a good conversation. That's, like, that's worst case. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, I'll go, whatever. So I get off work or whatever. I left early, and I went home, and I had like 7 minutes to get ready, like 7 minutes or whatever. I was in the same clothes I went to work in. I just literally just quickly went in there, brushed my teeth, put on some lip gloss or lipstick or whatever, and ran out the door. So we were, like, driving or whatever, and, like, she got me some flowers. It was super cute or whatever. So then we go. She's like, I'm like, where are we going? Like, I'm really picky about eating, like, so I was like, where are we going? Like, I want to know where we're going. She was like, well, I was going to take you to this Thai place. And as soon as she said Thai food, I already knew where I wanted to go. Like, I knew where my spot was at that time. So I was like, I want to go to this spot my ex used to take me to. But I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like, you know, everybody has their spot. Like, I was like, if this date flops, I at least want to have good food. You know what I'm saying? And so I was just like, you know, whatever. And like, whatever. So we went and we like had great conversation. And I was just like, wow, like this girl is awesome. Like, she's awesome. Like, our conversation was like amazing. Like, it was kind of like a fairy tale. You know, like one of those things where you just don't want to leave. It was like really dope. I was like, damn, like this girl's cool. So then, I had to like text my friend and my sisters and stuff and let them know like I was alive and I wasn't in like a trunk or something. So I made my rounds or whatever, and I texted people while she went inside the store because she was like, oh, we can go back to my place, da-da-da. She was like, I'll get some ice cream or whatever, and some, like, ice cream's my weakness. I'm like, she knows. So she went and got, like, some ice cream and some graham crackers. If you've never tried those two together, fire. What was it, vanilla bean, maybe? Vanilla bean?
It was like
vanilla bean with graham crackers. But anyway, besides the point. So then we went back to her place, and when I tell y'all, I slept over on the first night. I was a little thought that night. I slept over the first night. Like, I had never did nothing like that. Like, I slept over the first night, but let me tell you, when I tell you, listen to your gut. Listen to your gut. When the universe tells you to do something, you do something. Because I slept over the first night, and I have never went home since. Like, we're married now. Like, I literally moved in on my first date. Like, never went home after that. Like, I would go get clothes, but I never, like, would sleep in my own bed or anything like that after that. Like, I was, like, living there. Like, I was living there. So put it this way, like, we've been together, well, I'll hold off on that, and I'll let you do your part before we, like, let them know, like, the series of events after that. But, yeah, that's pretty much how my side went. Her side might be a little more complex because she's the one who, like, asked me out and all that extra stuff. But, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, this is what happened from my end of the tale.
What happened, boo?
You know, this is what happened. So I was actually surfing when I was like scrolling through my hair, and it was super random, scrolling, seeing all these like, you know, girls, whatever, not interested. And then I see her and I'm like, dang, like what the heck? And she, you know, she looked like a snack all the time.
A meal.
So yeah, so I saw her and I was like, ooh, and she's like my type, totally. And so I was like, oh man, I have to message her. Like, I'm gonna reach out. So I sent her like a message, just trying to, you know, be cool or whatever. So yeah, like I thought I would just be creative and reach out to her, which I wasn't very creative. I just said, what are you doing or whatever. So I said, what are you doing? I'm sorry, we have a puppy, by the way, and she's like, I don't know if you can see what's going on back there, but yeah, she's back there doing her thing. So yeah, so I reached out. She's like, oh, I'm doing my lashes right now, which that's pretty much what she's always doing. She just got done doing her lashes, by the way. That's why she looks like a snack, because she puts effort. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, cool. Like, how do you do your lashes? Because I just thought, like, you put the little, like, whatever, like, eyeshadow on it or whatever it's called. And so, yeah, she was telling me about that. And then I was like, well, you're spontaneous, asked her out, so that part was, like, true. So anyways, fast forward to the next day. She's got me waiting outside her house for, like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. I'm sweating.
I had to get
like,
home,
profusely.
remember? There was traffic. I was like, I had to get home.
Hold on. You're telling, this is my side of the story.
No, but I'm telling them, like,
it doesn't matter.
You know what
I'm
happened.
telling you my perspective. You had your side, so this is what happened. So I'm waiting forever thinking this girl's going to stand me up. I'm texting my friends. We're having a group text message.
Girl!
Which she got into the next day, and I was like, she's so fine, like all this stuff. And then finally she walks out of her house, and I'm like, it's like slow motion. I was like, damn. It was crazy. So she gets up to my car, which was a Yaris at the time, sexy ass Yaris. So she comes, I open the door, very chivalrous. And are you really taking a selfie right now?
Baby, tell your side.
Anyway, so she's taking forever to come out. She finally comes out, and then I'm like, okay, so I gotta wow this girl. So I had got her some flowers, but I wasn't sure how to give it to her. So we're driving or whatever, and I pull up, you know that song by Chris Brown. So I pull it up on my phone, and I play.
hate that song,
she hates Chris Brown, but I didn't know that. All girls love Chris Brown, except for this one.
Not this one.
So I played that song, and I was like, you know, trying to be cute. And I was like, hey, there's something in my back seat. Could you grab it? Can't believe you didn't mention this, by the way. So she had to reach in my back seat and grab.
I told you you got me flowers, girl, but I was going to leave that for you because you're the one who planned it.
So she had to reach back. She had to grab the flowers and pull them out. And she's like, oh, my gosh. And I was like, yeah, I'm so cute. So anyways, then we're going to the Thai restaurant that I had planned on going to. And she says, oh, I know a better one. My ex used to take me there. And I was like, okay. I was like, whatever. And so I'm thinking, like, I'm going to give her a better experience than her ex gave her, essentially. So we go and we get to the restaurant, and just like she said, we're having a good old time, all this good stuff, you know, having good conversation, we're laughing. And then it comes time to pay the bill, and girl. So, yeah. Okay, so anyways, so I went up to go get the bill, and when I went to go do that, and I came back to the table, lo and behold, she actually paid for it already, and I had just got out of a relationship with sort of a gold digger a little bit. I mean, not just, but like my last relationship was somebody who was taking advantage of me financially, and
I was an independent woman that didn't need no man.
She didn't need, no, I'm not a man, but she didn't need me at all. She made it very clear. So she paid for it, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I haven't been treated like a lady in so long. So I was like, all kinds of excited. I mean, not that she paid, but like it was just nice. It was refreshing. Like, still wanted to take her somewhere special, so I took her to where I work. I own a gym, so I took her inside there, showed her around. She had to use the bathroom. That was cool. All right, so I was gonna take her to this drag show, but I didn't because she wasn't really into that idea. So instead, we just went and we got some ice cream from Trader Joe's, and it was bomb. And then we went to my place, and she spent the night, and it was cool. And I had a great time.
Moral of the story is, when someone tries to tell you, oh, I think you're moving too fast, or, oh, are you sure you're ready, or, oh, already? Like, oh my God, that's so soon. Like, I feel like every relationship has its own timing, and I feel like you shouldn't base your relationship off of anyone else's relationship. I feel like every relationship moves at its own pace, and
you should just do you.
I feel like if you feel like it's right, then it's right. I swear I'm not telling you to just run off and, like, get married after a week, but I am saying, like, F that. If you feel like you're ready to get married after a week, then get married. Like, I am a firm believer, and there's no such thing as, you know, rushing, because we've been together for 1 year. Seriously, if you feel like, you know, I really like this person, but I'm afraid that people might think we're moving too fast, don't listen to anyone. Don't listen to anyone, because it's different for everyone.
Do you?
It's different for everyone, because, like, I feel like had we not moved fast, I feel like the universe would have, you know,
somebody else would have snatched her up.
No, I don't think that. I just feel like we wouldn't have, like, had the opportunities together that we had, because I would have still been working a dead-end job and stuff like that. So I feel like we wouldn't have had the opportunities and been able to, like, I wouldn't have been able to get intertwined into your business like that. And living with someone, my biggest blessing, I feel like, for us was when we, you know, the fact that the biggest blessing was, like, the fact that I did move in on our first date. So, like, we, you know, they always say, like, you never really know somebody until you live together. And a lot of couples end up breaking up after they move in together. So I feel like for us, it was so easy because we had to learn to live with each other while getting to know each other too. So I feel like that was like amazing because we already knew what we were getting ourselves into because we were already like, I was already like practically living with her. So I feel like everything turned out the way it was supposed to. So yeah, girl, if you feel like after 2 weeks, you and your boo is ready to take things to the next level, girl, you get that U-Haul.
That's what we did.
We are the statistic for lesbians. Move fast. And I don't care because I got a ring. So
just run into that stuff.
Run into that relationship, girl, because
it'll be fine.
You know? Whatever, like, do you. The world could end tomorrow. You
and
know
we can make it through anything. Give me your hand. We can make it through anything. You don't understand, you guys. Like, we've been through so much together. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching this. I hope that you enjoyed it. Go ahead and give us a like. Make sure you comment. Subscribe.
And let us know in the comments below, like, what videos you want to see us do. Like, challenges, you know, like, skits, story times, and our Instagrams are going to be in the description below.
And, yeah, we will talk to you guys soon.
So, yeah. Bye, babe. Bye.